Welcome to Historic Coin, the home of forgotten legends etched in metal. Today we uncover the fascinating world behind one of Britain's most historic coins, the 1967 one penny. This isn't just a piece of copper, it's a living relic from a time when the world was changing rapidly. As Britain stood on the brink of economic reform and cultural evolution, this coin was in the hands of ordinary people, from busy marketplaces to old train stations. Why is this coin so memorable? What secrets does it carry? And why do collectors still chase it decades later? This video will answer all those questions and more. So stay with us till the end, because every second you watch will take you deeper into the golden chapter of British numismatic history, a journey no coin lover should miss. The historical timeline. Behind the coin. The 1967 one penny coin was minted during a significant period in British history. The post-war era was gradually giving way to modernization, and the United Kingdom was preparing to overhaul its age-old currency system. This coin was part of the final wave of pre-decimal currency, a complex system in which 12 pennies made a shilling and 20 shillings made a pound. By 1967, discussions about decimalization were well underway, and this penny marked one of the last full production runs before the big shift. It stands at the intersection of tradition and change, representing a country that was slowly moving away from its imperial past and stepping into a new financial age. Queen Elizabeth II, a symbol of stability. On the front side of the coin is a beautiful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right, her youthful features captured with grace. This image was designed by the talented Mary Gillick and is notable for not including a crown. Instead, the Queen's bare head represents a return to classical elegance and a softer royal image. Around her portrait, the Latin inscription reads, Elizabeth toi de gratia regina sat di, which translates to Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. These words weren't just decorative, they echoed Britain's monarchy, religious heritage, and deep-rooted governance. Even on a small coin, every element had meaning and weight. The reverse design, Britannia in Majesty. Flipping the coin reveals a majestic image of Britannia, seated and regal, holding a trident in one hand and resting the other on a shield with the Union Jack. At her feet are gentle sea waves, symbolizing Britain's once great naval power. The word one appears to her left and penny to her right, forming a balanced arc. At the bottom, the date 1967 is prominently placed. This design had been used since 1797, yet its elegance never faded. Britannia wasn't just a symbol. She was the very essence of the British identity. Proud, steadfast, and commanding respect. Her presence on the penny was a reminder of the country's resilience through centuries of change. Materials and physical attributes. The 1967 one penny was made using bronze, an alloy of copper, tin, and zinc, which gave it a rich reddish-brown color. It measured 30.8 millimeters in diameter and weighed about 9.4 grams, making it larger than most modern coins. Its plain edge gave it a soft, traditional feel, while the thick bronze composition ensured durability. This solid, satisfying weight in the hand contributed to its popularity among users. Decades later, many of these coins still survive in good condition, thanks to the quality of materials used by the Royal Mint. It's no surprise collectors admire not just the design, but also the build of this enduring coin. A coin minted in massive numbers. Though dated 1967, this coin was minted in such large quantities that production continued even after that year. The Royal Mint struck more than 800 million of these coins, primarily to meet ongoing demand as decimalization loomed. Despite its high mintage, the coin retains significant nostalgic and historical value. It was widely circulated and used in everyday purchases, from buying a pint of milk to children saving it in piggy banks. Some were even minted solely for ceremonial purposes or exported to former colonies. The 1967 penny was everywhere, in pockets, in drawers, and in the memories of millions. The end of the pre-decimal system. On 15 February 1971, the United Kingdom officially moved to the decimal currency system, making coins like the 1967 penny obsolete in daily transactions. This transition marked the end of a monetary tradition that had been in place for centuries. Although the change was necessary for modernization, many people felt a sense of loss as familiar coins vanished overnight. The 1967 penny, in particular, became symbolic of the pre-decimal era's final breath. While no longer legal tender, it was preserved by many as a souvenir, a last memento of the old British way of life, before calculators and credit cards took over, a favorite among coin collectors. Despite its abundance, the 1967 one penny holds a firm place in the hearts of collectors. It's considered a must-have for anyone building a British coin collection. For beginners, it offers affordability and accessibility. For advanced collectors, variations, die differences, and high-grade examples provide added value. Uncirculated specimens or proof coins can command higher prices in auctions or collector groups. Moreover, it is often the first British coin that young numismatists encounter. Its historical relevance and attractive design make it an excellent educational piece, often used in schools and exhibitions to teach about the UK's currency evolution. Error coins and special varieties. Although the 1967 penny was mass-produced, certain minting errors do exist, and they are of great interest to collectors. These include misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or incomplete rim beading. Some coins may have slight lettering shifts or weak strikes that make them appear ghostly or faded. While these varieties are rare, they increase the coin's desirability and market value. Detecting such errors requires a keen eye and sometimes even a magnifier. But finding one can be a thrilling moment for any coin enthusiast. It turns an ordinary penny into a valuable and rare find, proving that not all 1967 pennies are created equal. Its presence in the Commonwealth. Because Britain maintained strong ties with many Commonwealth nations, coins like the 1967 penny circulated far beyond the UK. In countries like Australia, New Zealand, Jamaica, and parts of Africa, British coins were accepted and respected. Even years after independence, these coins continued to be used or collected. In many households across these nations, the 1967 penny remained in drawers, passed down generations as a keepsake. Some cultures even embedded them into jewelry or gifted them during special ceremonies. This wide reach turned a simple British coin into a global token of shared history and colonial legacy. Separating myth from reality. Over the years, myths have grown around the 1967 penny, with some claiming it's worth hundreds or thousands of pounds. While that may be true for specific rare errors or mint-condition proof coins, the average circulated piece holds modest monetary value. Still, its sentimental and historical importance outweighs its financial worth. It's vital for collectors to research properly and verify their coins through trusted numismatic sources. A well-preserved coin might fetch a few pounds, but its real treasure lies in the tale it tells. A tale of an empire's coin, used by millions, remembered by generations. Care and storage for preservation. If you're fortunate enough to own a 1967 penny, storing it properly is essential to preserve its beauty and history. Avoid using chemical cleaners or rough cloths, as these can damage the patina. Instead, store the coin in a plastic capsule or acid-free flip. Keep it away from humidity and sunlight to prevent tarnishing. Adding a small note or label with its year, origin, and historical context can enhance its value to future collectors. Proper storage not only protects the coin physically, but also safeguards the story it represents. It's not just about collecting metal, it's about preserving memory. In today's fast-paced digital world, holding a 1967 penny in your hand is like touching a piece of living history. It represents more than just a currency. It captures an era when the world was simpler, slower, and full of transformation. From its royal symbolism to its massive circulation, from its role in British homes to its place in colonial history, this coin bridges generations. That's why it still fascinates collectors, historians, and ordinary people alike. The 1967 British 1 penny is a reminder that even the smallest things can carry the biggest stories. It deserves not just to be kept, but celebrated.